Hello and welcome. We're happy to have you here. We're going to show you a presentation where you're going to learn about an international e-commerce company that is changing the way people think about money, opportunity, and building a legacy of wealth for their families. You're going to learn how to create an asset that spins off passive residual income and then enables you to acquire 24-karat gold from the system that you're going to learn about. We encourage you to stay with us to the very end of the presentation because the last 5 minutes are the most important part of our message. So let's begin. 2 questions for you to consider. Do you think that $100 will buy the same amount of goods and services that it does today a year from now? Will a gram of gold have the same purchasing power that it does today a year from now? We're going to contrast 2 very different forms of money. Paper money, or what's known as fiat currency, and gold, which has been money and currency for over 3,000 years and has been a prized possession of kings and kingdoms for over 5,000 years. This gentleman, Alan Greenspan, chairman of the Federal Reserve from 1987 to 2006, said, "In the absence of the gold standard, there is no way to protect savings from confiscation of wealth. There is no safe store of value. Deficit spending is simply a scheme for confiscation of wealth." When he talks about a safe store of value, what he's referring to is the necessity of real money having something backing it up that cannot go to zero. Since President Nixon removed us from the gold standard in 1971, our currency has become fiat currency. That allows for all kinds of abuse and all kinds of policies that exactly work against those of us that are using our currency in our day-to-day commerce. Deficit spending is a scheme for confiscation of wealth. That is a hidden tax that governments that have fiat currency can use to exact the wealth of their citizenry and use that to pay for things like programs and war and so on and so forth. So we'll learn more about that as we move through the presentation here. Now, the definition of inflation is a steady rise in the level of prices related to the increased volume of available money and credit, resulting in a loss of the value of currency. Most people don't realize that the enormous expansion of credit has been the chief culprit in the expansion of the money supply. You see, anytime a loan is made, currency springs into existence. And when currency springs into existence, the currency that's already in the marketplace loses part of its value. That's why you see the $100 bill falling apart there. Here's what inflation looks like. In 1975, a $20 bill would buy you a whole basket full of groceries. By 1995, $20 would buy you roughly about a half a basket of groceries. Here in 2015, I think you all know that $20 will buy you a few items. Now, unless you're shopping at some discount place that it might buy a few more than what you see in that basket, but you get the point. Now, you cannot outrun inflation with an income earned in a shrinking currency. The idea here is that by the time you get your money in your bank account, it's already lost more of its value. We'll explore that here in just a second. In the last 100 years, the dollar's lost approximately 98% of the value that it had when the modern-day dollar was introduced in 1913 with the creation of the Federal Reserve. President Wilson signed that into law in 1913, the same year that the IRS became the law of the land as well, and they began to tax our annual incomes. Now, what our dollar is worth today is about 2 cents compared to what it was in 1913, which was Henry Ford's time. When he introduced the Model T in 1913, he introduced it at a retail price of $595. It was the everyman's car. Well, if he built that car today, using the same technology he had in 1913, that car would cost $15,000 to the buyer. We're not talking about electric windows or leather seats. We're talking about the Model T as it was in 1913. Now, that is what inflation has done. Now, this gentleman, John Maynard Keynes, he's an economist and the father of the Keynesian economic theory. He had a huge influence on the process of the creation of the central banking system around the globe. He said by the continuing process of inflation, government can confiscate secretly and unobserved an important part of the wealth of their citizens. And you say, well, Gary, why are you saying this? That's kind of scary. Well, the fact of the matter is, folks, is that the entire system has been designed to allow government to expand at the expense of the citizenry, and it has been that way for over 100 years. Now, Keynes was a big fan of the expansion of credit, And part of the recovery of the Depression era from after 1929, the big market crash, was to extend credit and to print money and to institute government programs. Keynes was a big fan of that, and Keynesian economics is the dominant economic theory that is active around the globe. Now, what we have ended up with, because of the expansion of credit and it becoming the primary means by which people acquire the things they want, they're buying things with money they haven't even earned yet. What we have today is 46% of our American population in debt. 35% of them are in collections. The average credit card debt at the end of 2014 was $15,611, and 18% of Americans say that they'll never get out of debt. They'll never be debt-free. They're going to leave their debts as their fingerprint on the world after they're gone. That's pretty sad compared to what we had just a couple of generations ago. Now, the consumer debt by country is kind of interesting. The United States has been the chief proponent of exporting the philosophies that have literally helped drive the majority of the emerging world into debt, and we're number 7 in the ranking of the top 10. This list is 100-plus nations long. Now, all of this is said to simply bring us to this conclusion. We have lots of reasons for concern. This isn't meant to be a doomsday presentation. It's meant to be a reality check. And recently, the director of the St. Louis branch of the Federal Reserve said that quantitative easing was just a gross failure in its ernability to stimulate the economy. Well, they're now talking about possibly doing QE4. Well, quantitative easing is just a fancy word Ben Bernanke came up with for the printing of money. We have currency wars as a result of our policies that have forced the nations that are bound to settle debt between nations and banks in the U.S. dollar. We've exported our inflation to the rate that they now are trying to unseat us as the exclusive world reserve currency. That's going to have devastating effects on economies here in this hemisphere and around the world. We hear about the global bond bubble. Recently, Greenspan said that that's probably a bigger nuclear potential than the stock market. But it's really it's an issue that $45 trillion of that is made up of bad investments that are left over from before 2008. We're talking about the packaging of subprime mortgages into derivatives, and these are things that are all putting us on the precarious cliff of an economic reset. Of course, we all know about our deficit. We all know about the stock market bubble. The stock market continues to defy logic, but it's getting kind of scary. 93 million Americans are not in the labor force. 45 million of those are on government subsistence. The rest apparently have just stopped looking for work. The economy is not what it's being touted to be in the media and from our government. So the question is for you, how do you see the future? I think there's going to be unintended consequences. I don't think that everybody set out, 100 years ago to blow up the economy of the greatest nation that's ever been on the planet. But people all over the world are concerned. It's no longer us being the superpower all by ourselves. We now have a global economy that we have to deal with, and what happens in the U.S. doesn't stay in the U.S., and what happens in China doesn't stay in China. Do you have a plan to protect yourself and your family and your assets? And if you don't, would you like one? Would you like to know what you can do and how to do it? The plan that we have is surprisingly simple. We're going to talk to you about a business strategy that will allow you to do something that would take most people 30 or 40 years to do. Instead of living off credit or working a second job, you and we can learn to do what the 1% does. Now, what the 1% does, and they're maligned for many things, but they've done some smart stuff. What they have done is they have used their money to create appreciating assets that spin off passive residual income, and that's what we're talking about here. The Karatbars program allows you to rapidly create an appreciating asset in the form of your business that spins off passive residual income and allows you to increase your asset base and to put a legacy away for you and your family in your future. Now, the question that I have at this point is, are you ready to learn the truth about money? Because I don't think we've been told the truth, and I don't think you think that either. We have to start thinking outside the box that we've been taught to stay in. They like to kind of keep us hedged in and feed us a bunch of baloney, and we're all used to the baloney now. They don't vary the diet very much, and it's time for you to begin to take on a new diet and think differently about the future. Financial experts like these guys, Mike Maloney, Robert Kiyosaki, Jim Sinclair, they're three out of dozens and dozens of financial experts that have been warning us for years that we need to have a hedge against inflation. We need to look at what's happening to the systemic problems in our economy and our money system and the banking system. Less than 1% of Americans own physical gold for the simple reason that they don't understand. They don't know. They've grown up over the last couple of decades hearing that gold is some kind of archaic relic of the past. Well, let me tell you, if that's the truth, how come every nation of the world is scrambling to get as much of it as they can? And the average central bank around the world is buying between 300 and 400 metric tons a year. We've been taught to trust in fiat paper money, and fiat paper money, folks, is letting us down. Gold prices from 1971 to 2014, this kind of tells an interesting story in the fact that President Nixon, when he removed us from the gold standard in 1971, gold was at $35 an ounce. Well, it immediately jumped to $41 an ounce when gold began to free float. Now, over the last 44 years, gold has, as of today, has risen by more than 2,734%. Now, that's at today's price of $1,121. That's a heck of an increase in buying power. So let's compare the buying power of the U.S. dollar and gold bullion. In 1971, when a gram of gold was worth about $1.32, that's when an ounce was at $41. There's 31.1 roughly grams per troy ounce. So 1 gram of gold worth $1.32 would buy you 5 loaves of bread. $1 would buy you 4 loaves of bread. Now we fast forward 44 years to 2015, and today that gram of gold in its buying power as value has the buying power to buy more than 20 loaves of bread, and the dollar won't buy you a half a loaf. The purchasing power as the U.S. dollar and other fiat currencies decrease, the inverse effect happens with gold. Gold flexes its muscles and reveals its true nature, which its intrinsic value, that which it has from its origin, has never gone to zero. Gold always bounces back and corrects for the sins, so to speak, of the paper money monetary system. Here's this is the final 1-2 punch. I looked up through the Bureau of Labor and Statistics what the level of inflation was between 2005 and today. It's roughly 22% of the value of our money has disappeared since 2005. So $100,000 of buying power in 2005. Today, $100,000 has $78,000 of buying power compared to what it had just 10 years ago. Now, on the gold side, $100,000 in gold value has the buying power today because of its intrinsic characteristics of over $273,000, a 273% increase in 10 years. That's the effect of what happens when gold flexes its muscles as the dollar and other currencies around the world become weaker and weaker and weaker. So why doesn't everybody own gold? Why doesn't everybody in the world? We hear that less than 1% here in the United States own gold. I don't know what the statistics are around the globe, but I know they own more over in Asia and in India and other parts of the world than we do. Most people think it's too expensive. They can't afford it. They see $1,121 an ounce and they think, well, my goodness, I could never afford that. Most people can't. That's why Karatbars is in business, folks. We have a solution, but our solution is based on a business strategy to help people break the bondage of debt and become not only debt-free, but build a legacy of wealth for your family. So we're going to show you a way to acquire the very best quality of gold through a system. This is exciting because, most of us don't have $1,121 a week or a month to put into gold. We're going to show you how to acquire it through a system and not pay for it out of your own pocket. Now, this isn't just any kind of gold. This is the best gold that you can get. It's 4 carat 999.9 fine gold bullion. So we also have a recipe for success. We're going to show you how to leverage a proven, duplicable 3-step system into a weekly passive residual income. So who are we? We're Karatbars International. We're registered as an e-commerce company, headquartered in Stuttgart, Germany, and privately held. We're 100% debt-free, and we specialize in the production and the sale of small increment 24-karat 999.9 fine gold bullion. And we do that in what we call transaction-friendly weights of 1 gram, 2.5 gram, and 5 grams. Federal Express is our international secure delivery partner. We have free and paid storage options available, and you can find out more about that on our website. We currently serve more than 120 countries, and we're continuing to grow. We were started by this gentleman. Harold Seitz is the owner and the founder of Karatbars. He was born in 1963. He's 52 years old. He started his career as a financial advisor in the insurance industry and then moved into the investment market. And over 30 years, he's developed not only a tremendous amount of knowledge, but a savvy understanding of what's happening from a geopolitical standpoint. He began formulating the vision of Karatbars prior to the economic downturn of 2008. He founded Karatbars in December of 2011 and then launched the company in 2012 in September. He says, my goal is that Karatbars helps millions find financial freedom from the current global system of debt. So Karatbars has an exciting new business model. It's an e-commerce model, but Karatbars offers anyone 18 years of age or older to open a free gold savings account and begin to acquire gold without having to go through a bank or broker, and not just any kind of gold, the best gold that you can get. So we give you free software and free web-based tools that you can use to acquire, manage, ship, store, and if necessary, liquidate your gold. And this is all through the comforts of your own home or wherever you have an internet connection. You can do this over a safe, secure, encrypted network. Now, what kind of gold do we have? 24-karat, 999.9 fine gold bullion bars in transaction-friendly weights. And you see the 1 gram, 2.5 gram, and 5 gram carat bars displayed on the screen. Each gold bar bears the authenticity stamp of an LBMA refinery. We only do business with the top refineries in the world. There's only 55 of them out of thousands of refineries around the globe. These are the same refineries that produce currency-grade gold bullion that's used by the central banks of the world to settle debt between nations. Now, there's a question here for you. Do you think that gold is easily counterfeited? You better believe it is. And with the popularity of gold becoming more and more here in this current age when fiat currencies are failing around the world, how can you be sure that the gold that you bought off eBay or you're buying from the local gold broker or wherever you're getting it, how can you be sure that it's real? It's a big problem because I'll tell you, even some of the top brokers, you can go on the internet and look for yourself, some of the top brokers in the world have been duped. Russia just recently posted that they had to shut down one of their major banks because a good portion of their gold reserves were nothing more than gold-wrapped tungsten bars. It's going to be a bigger and bigger issue. That's why Harold Seitz has instituted the highest security ever invented for a precious metal product, and we call it Karatbars DNA. This guarantees that your gold is secure against forgery, and only Karatbars has this currently. I'm sure others will follow suit, but this involves integrated nanotechnology that is sprayed onto the gold bullion, and it is verifiable under blacklight control. This allows Karatbars to give their vendor relations and their Karatbars exchange centers and whatever department stores and other institutions that we have on the Karatbars program here in the future will be able to examine the gold and verify not only its integrity, but the veracity of our product. Folks, this is really important, and it's going to become more and more important as we move forward. What do? We exchange declining paper or digital currency into gold. We have a savings program. We promote saving, not spending. So you're literally not buying a product. You're exchanging declining currency into an enduring currency. And as you've seen in the previous slides, gold has unique characteristics that can help anyone who's concerned or afraid of what might happen in an unstable global economic system. This can preserve the fruit of your labor, which is the money you earn for doing whatever it is that you do. Now, Karatbars is not a program for speculators. It's not a program for day traders. We're all about saving gold and helping people build a financial legacy for the future. That means for your posterity, your kids, your grandkids, and so on and so forth. So when it's time to exchange your gold back into currency or use it to purchase goods and services, we have a K-Exchange program. You heard me mention that just a minute ago. These are brick-and-mortar locations where Karatbars affiliates who have a facility can become an authorized exchange center where people can come and exchange their Karatbars back into fiat currency or purchase the goods and services offered by that vendor. You'll see in the future here very shortly the Karatbars Accepted Here sticker in the windows and on the cash registers of institutions all over the world. We have hundreds of these. Today there'll be thousands of locations in the near future. Let's talk about our affiliate program. That's the exciting income opportunity that we probably are all here to see. You can register for a free account and become a Karatbars affiliate by simply going to the website of the individual who referred you to this presentation. Now, you'll go and click on the Register Now button. You'll be given two choices. Pick the Become an Affiliate on the left. It is free to become an affiliate. It's free to become a customer. The difference is affiliates can earn referral rewards and customers can't. So I rarely even sign up customers anymore. I tell customers, I said, do you ever accidentally tell anyone about a movie or a restaurant that you love or a bargain on clothing or cars or this or that? Well, if you've ever done that before, my suggestion is become an affiliate. That's up to you. Talk to the person that referred you to Karatbars. Now, what is required of an affiliate? Well, affiliates perform a very important, essential function for the company. We do their marketing. We're not salespeople. We share the Karatbars story. We ask people if they like gold. We show customers how to set up free gold savings accounts. We identify interested parties who would like to be an affiliate and possibly build a stream of income and an asset base for themselves and their family. We show both our customers and our affiliates how to use our tools, how to use the Karatbars system, and how to acquire and protect and multiply your capital and your assets. Now, affiliates are rewarded for marketing. We're not salespeople. We're not tax advisors. We're not investment advisors. That's a big no-no. If you don't want to get in trouble with the three-letter agencies like the IRS, the SEC, and the FTC, you don't want to give investment or tax advice. All sales are made when people utilize their own back office to acquire their gold through Karatbars International online. Referral rewards then are earned by the people who are responsible for referring those affiliates or customers to the program. And then every time a customer or an affiliate acquires gold, a reward is earned when new affiliates acquire business packages and so on and so forth. How are we paid? We're paid every Friday on a Karatbars International Gold MasterCard. This is quite an accomplishment. You had to be vetted on 4 continents to be able to offer this worldwide. We have provided our financials and passed the muster every single time. Karatbars and MasterCard are strategic partners in this effort, and we were voted the best card design of Europe for 2013 by MasterCard of Europe. Now, your commissions are transferred on here every Friday morning. This provides you a very convenient way to receive and move money. This MasterCard is accepted in 195 nations around the world. So depending on where you're traveling, if you can find 196 and they don't have this, well, you're out of luck, but 195 do. So it's an easy way and a discreet way to exchange any currency in the world into gold and to use your reward income to purchase goods and services no matter what country that you're in and no matter what currency they are using. We also offer incentives and rewards. These are things that you earn for the cumulative gold sales activity that is created as a result of your marketing efforts. And as I said before, we're not salespeople. We don't go around selling gold to anybody. We promote the Karatbars program of starting with a free account and then deciding whether you want to upgrade to an affiliate and get a package and work with us in our program. But any of these rewards you see on the screen can be exchanged for 1 gram gold Karatbars. You do not have to take the E-Class, C-Class, or S-Class Mercedes if you don't want it, or the Villa. These are things that these are like the company saying thank you to you for a job well done over the lifetime of your involvement with Karatbars. Let's talk about our marketing plan as we begin to wrap things up here. You can start as a free affiliate, and you are immediately put into the unilevel or direct sales program. Now, only your personal referrals and their referrals are shown here. There is no purchase required. This separates us from a lot of marketing programs out there. There's no cost to become an affiliate. At the outset, you can become a free affiliate, and you can start a business by just sharing the Karatbars Gold Savings Program. You don't have to buy a thing to earn a monthly payout, and affiliates earn between 0.5% to 6% of the accrued sales points per month. Now, what is a sales point? For every €2 that are spent by someone on gold from your referral network, you earn a point, and your commissions grow over time from 0.5% to 6% as the aggregate or the cumulative gold purchases add up, and you meet the necessary qualifications to move from rank to rank. So it's pretty well spelled out in the Karatbars marketing program. It's not onerous. It's not hard to do. It's just a matter of sharing the Karatbars program with others. Now, in July of 2013, something really exciting happened. A number of the top affiliates in the United States got together and made a proposal to Herald Sites that if we could add a dual system program that incentivized team building, that we could not only explode the census of the company and grow tremendously, but that we could create more opportunity for others. So in July of 2013, we introduced the dual team option. It incorporates all of the people that you might have in your free program. They're placed in the organization. You have a left team and a right team. Now, this allows you to be paid weekly. The free program pays out monthly. So this is a way for you to get paid 5 times a month. You get paid 4 times weekly in the dual team system, and then once a month from the other system. But to activate this dual team option, you must purchase a bronze, silver, gold, or VIP package. You're actually purchasing a position in the dual team program, and you're picking the commission level that you would like to earn for the activities of your teams. Now, the concept of a dual team strategy involves the idea of cycling, and we're going to talk about what that is in terms of how that weekly payout is earned. So what is a cycle? Let's picture that that's you at the top of the diagram on the left. You have 3 gentlemen on your left team. You have 4 ladies on your right team. In this particular week, you have 25 units of activity on your left, 50 units of activity on your right. That is a cycle. Anytime there's 25 units on one side and 50 on the other, that constitutes a cycle. If you're a bronze affiliate, you will earn €10, or roughly $11.20 at today's exchange rate, every time you cycle. If you're a silver and you activate it as a silver affiliate, you'll earn 4 times what a bronze affiliate earns. You'd earn €40 per cycle. If you're a gold, you'd earn 6 times, or €60 per cycle. And if you're a VIP, you would earn €80 per cycle, or 800% more than a bronze. You get to decide what level you want to start out based on your goals, your wallet, what you can afford. But the exciting thing is you can upgrade anytime. You only pay the difference between where you started and what you want to become. Okay, so you're only paying the difference plus the shipping of the new upgraded kit that comes in through Federal Express. Once you hit VIP, you're at the top of the food chain, and that's where the big bucks are earned. Now, the bigger picture is this: when you share the Karatbars story, it's going to lead you to all kinds of relationships, because you see, it's not necessarily who you know, but it's who the people know that you share this with. The dual system rewards you over the lifetime of your involvement as things begin to develop. And over time, your business is going to take on an interesting look. You'll have individuals. You'll have businesses. You might even have branding card programs and orders from sports teams and celebrities and so on and so forth. You will be able to develop exchange relationships and more. This is what your business will look like over time. And every time there is an accumulation of 25 units and 50 units and multiples of that, you will earn a payout. Now, the maximum earning potential in the Karatbars compensation plan is insane. You can earn up to 180,000 dual team payouts per week. That's approximately 17.8 cycles per second. That makes my head hurt. But that's a lot. Karatbars has created a compensation program that is going to endure for decades. It has been it's been calculated and created and tested by actuaries and mathematicians so that we have what we know today as the dual team maximization. This ensures that you and your affiliates can earn upwards of €1 million per week at the maximum payout. That's approximately $1.15 million per week in U.S. money. I think you could live on that. Wrap your mind around that for a minute. That is exciting. And so let's move on to the three-step system. How do you get started, and what do you do? We're all about making it simple, and 3 steps is there's a theme here. We have a 3-step system. We have a 3-step engagement process. The system works like this. The very first thing you want to do is get online, get with the person that referred you, and open your Karatbars Gold Savings Account. You want to acquire a business package, bronze, silver, gold, or VIP. Bronze at today's rate is $117, silver $334, gold $746, and VIP for $1,905. Here are the differences in what you'll earn in terms of commissions depending on your rank. If you're a bronze affiliate, you'll earn 5% direct commission. That's on the package purchases and non-gold products of your personals and their personals. You'll also earn €10 per cycle. Every time your dual team cycles, €10 per cycle. Silver is double the direct commission, 10% of package purchases and non-gold products, and then €40 per cycle, or 4 times more. Gold is 3 times more on the direct commission, 15% of package purchases and non-gold products, and then €60 per cycle. And finally, VIP is 20%, or 4 times more than a bronze, and then €80 per cycle. This is the top earning potential you have in the dual team system. Once you've determined that you want to register and get your package, the next step is start exchanging paper or digital money into gold. We are a gold savings company. We are a company that says, learn to save first, and then we make money. We save first, and then we make money. We teach people the idea that you're not buying a depreciating asset. You're not buying a lotion, a potion, a gizmo, a gadget, or something that is going to have an expiration date. You're simply exchanging paper money for a superior currency. The third step, after we've registered online, picked our package, we've started exchanging paper and digital money into gold, we now want to find 2 or more people that can do steps 1, 2, and 3. So we introduce the concept to others that they can start with a free gold savings account, get a package, and begin their gold saving direct without having to go through a bank or broker. And they can build a business by simply sharing our program with other people. Now, last point here is that shipping is not included in the package prices. You'll want to add at today's rate. It was $21.81 when I checked about an hour ago. So do you think out of all the contacts that you have in your cell phone that you might be able to find 2 or more? Do you think there's 2 like-minded people in there somewhere who might be eager and excited to join you in this quest to become a gold acquisition enthusiast and acquire as much gold bullion as you can and get paid to do it? And then help them find their 2, and those 4 find their 2, and so on and so forth. Ask yourself this question. How many people that you talk to today are concerned about the economy, the growing stock market bubble, the devaluation of our currency? They're talking about this stuff on the debates tonight. Our nation's addiction to debt. Do you think there's a few people out there, a lot of people, more than a lot? I think there's a bazillion of them, and they're waiting for somebody to come up and say, hey, do you like gold? Where do you see yourself fitting in? If you hear the message tonight and you're excited and eager to open your account and get started in your Karatbars gold accumulation business, are you interested in opening an account and just acquiring a little gold for yourself? If so, we're thrilled to have you. We love our customers. We love people who'd like to exchange a little of their declining paper money into gold. Or are you somebody that sees this and says, well, you know, Gary, I'm very busy. I have a full-time job, and we depend on that for our bills and our future. But we really would like to do something and have an alternative and build it over time, part-time. Well, you can do that too. Or are you somebody who looks at this and says, you know, man, I've been looking for a way to get myself free. You see, without having passive residual income, folks, you'll never be able to retire. And if you're interested in opening an account and acquiring a lot of gold and building a passive residual income, and I'm telling you, we have Karatbars Millionaires. We've been in business for a little less than 5 years, and we have seen the lives of people changed in small increments from just a few $100s or more per week to thousands of dollars per week to people becoming independently wealthy. It's there for you. It's there for you if you see it and you want it. Now, in the beginning, you're going to start on your wallet because you're going to get your package. You're going to start saving a little gold. But over time, we're going to teach you through our simple 3-step system how you can get off your wallet and start earning residual income and getting your gold from the system. You see, our goal is to help you get off the paper money system if you want to and have your income not only sheltered but protected and build a legacy of wealth for you and your family. So what you need to do now is get back to the person that referred you, acquire get your account set up, and then acquire your business package and upload your KYCs. Your referrer will explain what KYCs are. Those are Know Your Customer documents. It's proof of identity. Get a bronze package for $117 or a silver package for $334. Gold is $746, or VIP is $1,905. Remember, you can always upgrade as well. Now, the second thing you want to do is exchange approximately $60 or more into gold. Some of us do it weekly, some of us do it every other week, some of us do it monthly. You can do what you want to do. We actually have programs and strategies that can help you earn free gold in as little as 4 to 6 weeks. Get back to the person that referred you and ask them about our 12-week program. We have a 12-week strategy. We have a 12-month strategy. The third thing that we do is we refer others. We tell other people. Well, once you get bit by the Karatbars bug, you can't help but tell people about it. You'll ask everybody, how's the economy treating you? And when they tell you and they get through ranting and raving, you want to ask them, do you like gold? And if they say, yes, I do, say, well, if you could acquire pure gold bullion without paying for it and create a strong weekly income doing it, would you like to know how? And if they say yes, then what you want to do is move them to the next step. The person that referred you will share with you the simple 3-step strategy we have for engaging with people that we know well, people that we know casually, and even strangers. So the plan works if you work the plan. You team up with 2 or more people. Everybody does the same thing. We exchange paper money into gold. We save it, and then we show others how to do the same. That's duplication, folks. That is the essence of duplication. And for that duplicating effort, we get paid every Friday morning. How cool is that? So the last question I have for you, isn't it time for a new vehicle that can take you where you've always wanted to go? I'm sure that most of us are not where we thought we'd be at this point in time. But that's a circumstance, and that can be changed if you'll simply reserve a seat on the Karatbars Superjet today. Get back with the person that referred you to this presentation. We'd love to have you come on board. There's plenty of room, and there's flights leaving every second. So have a great evening. Thanks for listening. God bless everybody, and we'll see you next time.